blog for the Blood God.
How you going, guys? I'm Dean from Blog for the Blood God.
And I'm Sean, and we're here to do a 2003 battle report.
Alrighty, so the army that I'm going to be using today is Chaos Space Marines and Khorne Daemonkin. So I've got a combined arms detachment. I've got Abaddon the Despoiler, he's my warlord. And then for troops, I've got 2 units of Chosen with 5 melter guns in each unit and a combi melter on the champion. They are both in a Dreadclaw transport. So that's my first primary combined arms detachment. Then I have a combined arms detachment from Khorne Daemonkin. So for the HQ, I've got 2 Heralds of Khorne with no upgrades. For the troops, I've got 2 units of 8 Bloodletters. And then in elites, I have a unit of 5 Terminators, all with combi melter and 1 with a heavy flamer. And then my third detachment is the Fist of Khorne formation. So 20 Khorne Berserkers in a Charybdis Assault Claw, and there's a Power Fist on the champion. So the way this army is going to work, it's complete null deployment. Abaddon will join in with the Terminators from the Khorne Daemonkin detachment, and they'll arrive via Deep Strike. The 2 Dreadclaws will arrive via Deep Strike. The Bloodletters will be held in reserves and arrive via Deep Strike, and the Fist of Khorne will also arrive via Deep Strike. Now the 2 Heralds of Khorne, these 2 guys here, will join the 2 units of Chosen, and that way, because they have Blood for the Blood God special rule, and the Terminators have it, with Abaddon joined, that means that all of the units in this army, even though they're not taken from the Khorne Daemonkin Codex, they will all have the Blood for the Blood God rule, meaning that there will be blood tithes for days. So yeah, that's my 2,000 point Chaos Space Marine list with allied Khorne Daemonkin. I'm going to pass the camera over to Sean, and he's going to run you through his Tau Empire list.
Here is 2,000 points of Tau Empire and Farsight Enclaves. The primary detachment is a combined arms detachment for Farsight Enclaves. First, we've got the Warlord, which is Commander, Drone Controller, Target Lock, 2 Marker Drones, and 2 Missile Pods. We have a duplicate of him here, so basically those 2 are the Marker Light support. The first troops choice is these Crisis Suits here, 2 Burst Cannons each and 6 Gun Drones. The other troops choice is these guys here, 2 Plasmas each and 6 Gun Drones, so pew pew. Fast attack, we've got the Yavara Riptide variant. Basically, he's a flying monstrous creature that has an AP2 flamer and a haywire gun, which is just badass. Here we go for elites. We've got a standard Riptide with twin plasma. For heavy support, we have broadside, high yield missile pods, smart missile systems, and 2 missile pod drones. For Lord of War, I've got the Storm Surge. So just managed to get him finished up for today's battle. Still haven't done the base yet, sorry guys. Just get a bit of an aerial view. Oh, the guys inside and the buttons. Check out the buttons. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of that guy. He looks awesome. I can't wait to finish up the base and show him off for real. And then in allies, I've got a Tau Empire allied detachment. Just got the Ethereal there and 12 Fire Warriors. So pretty standard, nothing crazy there. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully I can pew the shit out of these Khorne guys.
So out of curiosity, what does the allied detachment add? Why would you add it?
Because I wanted an Ethereal, and I wanted to manipulate the Storm of Fire rule with the Storm Surge, because the Pulse Driver is a pulse weapon, and he gains the benefit from Storm of Fire, which basically means at half range he gets an extra shot.
Okay, cool.
So that coupled with the anchoring thing where he gets to shoot twice, he can only shoot 3 times.
Oh fuck.
Pew nigga!
Is that with this big fucker?
Yeah, so basically what he does, right, at the start of the turn, he goes, right, putting the anchors down. That turn he doesn't benefit from it.
Yep.
The following turn, then he can shoot twice.
Yep.
So pew.
Alrighty.
Look at his face. He's so happy about that.
I'm sweating.
It's because it's really hot in here, not because he's scared.
Alrighty guys, so we've cleared the table off and we've finished setting up terrain. we've gone for more of a sort of cinematic kind of look with the Imperial fortifications along one side and the Dreadhold along the other. There's pretty much no line of sight blocking terrain down the middle, but I'm not too stressed because most of my shit's going to deep strike in, so I'm not worried about line of sight blocking or anything like that. So now we're going to roll to see who places our objectives first. So Sean's going to roll. 3 versus my 3. Oh shit. Roll him in here, dude. Might be easy to see.
Yes, boss.
Yeah. So 6 versus a 2. So Sean, you can place your objectives first. And yep, we'll place them in a second. Now we'll roll to see who goes first and sets up first. You roll?
Oh. Cunts.
So cunt.
That's a 1.
Versus 2. So I win because he's a cunt.
Yep.
Alright, so Sean's going to place his objectives. I'm going to place mine. Then we'll do setup and then we'll get back to you. Alrighty, so we've finished placing our objective markers. We've got one here, one there, one over here, one in the center of the board on that side, one over here, and one over there. Then we went for deployment. I won the roll-off, so I decided I wanted to deploy first and go first. So I just did pretty much symmetrical. I chucked a unit of bloodletters in each corner, and my unit of Terminators with Abaddon in the middle. I was going to deep strike them in, but I thought, no, I want to try and grab some victory points early on by grabbing some objective markers. And then Sean deployed his Tau. I'm just trying to find, I don't want to lean over the table too much. Here we go. So we've got Riptide over here, Commander up on the top of the Bastion there, another Riptide in behind it, the Broadsides up the front here, another Commander, and then the Fire Warriors bubble wrapping the Storm Surge. So for the mission, we've decided, instead of doing the ones from the rulebook, because we normally do Maelstrom of War, but the random nature of the objective cards often creates frustration as you think you're winning and then the next minute your opponent gets a couple of good cards and it just completely changes the game.
That's the only way I win, bro.
So we've decided what we're going to do for this one is at the end of each player turn, you get 1 victory point for every objective marker that you hold and 1 victory point for every unit that you kill. So it's sort of a mixture. That way, you know, your priority is to kill your opponent, but you want to do it whilst controlling the table. So that way it's sort of, you know, it takes the randomness out of it because you want to be on all the objective markers just like you would in Maelstrom, but it's no longer relying on the cards to give you the points, you just get them. Yes, so we're going to jump into turn 1. Sean, would you like to take your special dice and try to seize the initiative?
I would love to.
Shocker in this one here and we're good.
Nah.
2. So we're going to jump into Khorne Daemonkin turn 1. Alrighty guys, so that's the end of my first turn. So I had the 2 Dreadclaws drop in with the Chosen, and thanks to his early warning override, his broadside unit got to fire Interceptor. He fired into this unit of Chosen and killed off, 4 of them?
Yeah, something like that.
Yep, 4 of them. And then I return, and so movement, I just moved my Terminators forward a little bit so they were on that objective. Left the Bloodletters alone because they were holding objectives. These guys came in, and then I fired the remaining of this unit, fired at his Warlord and killed him. So I got First Blood and Slay the Warlord. And then this unit fired into the broadsides and killed both drones and one of the broadsides. So that's Warlord, First Blood, slayed 1 unit, which was the Warlord because he's a unit. Then I also got 1, 2, 3, 4 objective markers. So that's 7 victory points for me on turn 1. But we'll see, because he's got some pretty scary firepower. This guy can fire off a couple of large blasts at strength 10 AP too, so those Terminators are in trouble. And yeah, so we're going to jump into Tau turn 1, and we'll get back to you guys in a minute.
Hey guys, end of Tau turn 1. So straight out of the gate, you can see that we handed out some ass whooping over here. There was Chosen, now there is none. What did it was pretty much the Fire Warriors down here just used the was it Invocation of the Elements and triple tapped the shit out of that squad. Died. The squad on this side here died to a few different things. What was it?
It was mostly this dude.
Yeah.
With his 4d6 missile pod things.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. They were awesome. Storm Surge is good so far. We'll see. But yeah, so both those squads both died. Obviously, we didn't quite get them all because that Herald's there, but yeah, Herald, whatevs. Put a couple of hull points, on that. And one of them was from the commander here, and the other one was from the broadsides down here. He was very lucky with his jinx saves on that. The star of the show so far, came up and flamed the crap out of Abaddon's squad there. So I think he took out, 4 Terminators? Was it 4?
3.
3,
You took out 3, and then you took out a 4th one with this guy's Death Strike missiles or whatever.
There you go. So yeah,
Destroying missiles.
they got a little bit butt fucked, and then he, in true Tau fashion, ran away, as you do. This Riptide here shot his Novacharge blast at this squad that was here, but missed, and then I think took one down with a plasma gunshot. But yeah, it kind of fizzed out a bit there. But yeah, look, not bad. I think Dean's going to have a hard time trying to crack what's left on the board here, considering I've still got 2 squads of crisis suits to come in. So we'll see what happens.
Alrighty, so that's the end of Chaos Turn 2. I hadn't accrued enough Blood Tithe points to do anything significant, so I decided to just bank them and I'll spend them next turn. We brought the Charybdis, the Fist of Khorne, dropped in here. And then the only other real movement was the 2 Dreadclaws. They entered zooming because they're flyers, and they did their sweeping attack on the Commander and the Riptide, but didn't really do any damage. Abaddon moved forward with his unit Terminators, hoping to make the charge into this Riptide, but failed his charge. Then we got the Bloodletters stayed still once again, because they're lazy. And then we had the interesting shit go on over here, where the Fist of Khorne dropped in, the unit deployed out 20 Berserkers and did a multi-charge. We had they killed, 5 or 6 Fire Warriors here. How many Fire Warriors did I kill?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Fire Warriors.
10 Fire Warriors killed in combat, 1 broadside killed, and no wounds done on the Riptide.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say that was a pretty successful combat, because now I'm still locked in with him, so he can't shoot at those Berserkers. So how many Blood Tithe, how many kills did I get? Did I kill any units?
Not completely, no.
No. Shit. So I've got 3 victory points this turn, sorry. Because I'm holding, oh no, wait, is he within 3?
Nah, bruh.
Close.
I'd say that's a fat no.
No way, that's totes in 3.
Fuck that shit.
Where are we?
Dude, are you fucking kidding me? If you say that's
Yeah,
fucking
no, alright,
3...
I'll give it, that's not 3, fuck it. Damn it,
See?
that's close.
See what I have to do with this? Fucking cheater.
So we got 2 victory points, 3 objective markers held, and no units killed. So 3 victory points this turn, and I got another Blood Tithe because in Overwatch he killed the Terminator unit. So yes, that's the end of my turn. We'll see how he goes with his reserve rolls, bringing in his other suits, and we'll get back to you with Tau Turn 2. And now, before we forget, we just forgot in that last video to do the determine assault results and do the fallback moves and all that jargon. So it was pretty obvious that my guys won the combat, and we won it by so much that the only way he was going to pass his leadership was to roll double 1s. So the Ethereal managed to stay in because he's got stubborn, he doesn't have the modifiers. But the broadside that was here, he fell back off the table. And then the Riptide that was over here, he fell back 6 inches, just sort of tucked around.
Even though he didn't take any wounds.
Yeah. But he saw all of his homies die. And
Seriously,
was like, fuck this,
if you kill
I'm
him,
out, nigga.
if you kill him without causing a single wound, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, we'll just see. Alright, so let's get back into where we were, which is Tau Turn 2. Alright guys, just a sneaky little mid-turn video. It's the start of Sean's turn 2. He's decided he wants to deep strike in these burst cannon fire warriors, a squad of 3 with some drones. Crisis suits, sorry. And that's his scatter dice was 5 inches that way, which has dropped him right in my unit. Then he rolled a freaking 1 for the mishap table, and the whole unit was destroyed. And he is super pissed. Look at that face.
Fuck that.
He is pissed. Because he could have scattered fucking anywhere else and he would have been fine. And even if he scattered, say, 7 inches, he would have been fine, or 3 inches, he would have been fine, but he happened to get the exact shittest dice he could. So I'm happy. He's fucking pissed, though. Oh, God. I shouldn't laugh at him so much, but
So
God.
gay. Seriously, that's fucked. Every game. Every fucking game.
Alright, let's get back into turn 2.
Yo, so it's end of Tau, turn 2. We lost some guys in there. We lost all the Fire Warriors. We lost the Ethereal. But that was always going to happen. So his Berserkers consolidated. I'm doing this backwards, by the way. We're going to Assault first. And then the Riptide over here that's fleeing.
He regrouped.
That one, he regrouped. And he's now over here with the other Riptide. They're hanging out together, just chilling. The Fast Attack Riptide killed Abaddon. Yay. Flamed him to a crisp. It was nice. The Storm Surge fired large blasts into this Charybdis thingy and took 2 hull points off it.
Yes.
And immobilized it, so it ain't going nowhere. And then he fired all of his missiles at that squad that was there of bloodletters, and now they're all gone, which is cool.
Because they were the ones that caused the mishap on your burst cannons.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to be reminded of, because, you know...
This is the face of an asshole. Anyway, so look, it's still doable, but we lost a lot. I imagine next turn he will charge the Storm Surge. He probably won't kill it, so it'll probably be the end of it though, because it'll just be in combat the rest of the game. But you know, not looking too bad. He's only got one group of bloodletters over there, those 2 drop pods, the Zerks and the Charybdis. So look, it's definitely doable. I still have reserves to come in, provided they don't fucking mishap and die. But you know, you never know. You live in the big city. We'll see how we go.
Alrighty, so that's the end of Khorne Daemonkin turn 3. So we had used my Blood Tithe to turn my Berserker Champion into a Bloodthirster, just because I need some high strength AP2 to take out these Riptides. Then with my shooting phase, the Charybdis fired into... I think he fired into the Storm Surge and did nothing. And nothing else really fired. And then in the close combat, I charged all of the Berserkers into the Storm Surge. The Herald took off 2 wounds, because he's AP3 and strength 6 on the charge, which he's only toughness 6 with 3 plus armor, so that was actually pretty effective. And then all of the Berserkers got a fucking bucket load of attacks. We did 14 wounds on him, but he managed to save a lot of them, and then he's got Feel No Pain because he's gargantuan, so he passed a lot of those saves. So he's been reduced down to 3 wounds from his initial 8, and but he's locked in combat now, so his stomp attacks did nothing, and his just general close combat attacks did nothing.
Oh, such good piss!
You fucking dickhead. And yeah, so that's the end of my turn. What victory points have I got? I got 1, 2, 3 victory points that turn. And did I kill any units? No. So 3 victory points for me, and now we'll get into Tau. Turn 3? Yes, turn 3.
Yes.
Let's see if he can bring in his other unit, and perhaps he won't mishap this one.
Not likely. So, end of Tau turn 3. Starting from the movement phase. These guys came in from reserves, deep struck, and didn't mishap, which is great. But then realised, right, that he's swooping, so wasn't going to shoot at him. So they shot at that there, tried to do some stuff to it, did I think a hull point, which was awesome.
Single hull point.
Which is great. He moved on to an objective and shot at the drop pod that was there, did nothing. He shot at, I think it was that drop pod as well, did nothing. So that guy there had to turn around and shoot the drop pod with his haywire gun and killed it, which was alright. Then everything kind of just sort of clumped together here to move away from that, because I know what's happening next turn. Somebody's going to try and charge. But yeah, killed a few things, still got quite a bit on the board. Dean's dudes continued to grind on with my Stormy, and did another couple of wounds to it. It's down to 1 wound, and I think he killed his first guy in close combat, which is pretty cool.
Yep, he kicked this guy behind him.
Yep.
Like a horse. He just...
Donkey kicked him. Boom. So yeah, he did well. Just, we'll get another close-up because he's such a...
I got a pretty decent close-up of him in my You can tell we're both pretty fond of this model.
It looks pretty cool. The guy who painted him is clearly a master artisan. He knows exactly what he's doing. Anyway,
Modesty.
so yeah, that's how it looks at the moment. So Dean's got a few things left. I have a few things left as well. It's pretty close. I think he's got me on about 4 or 5
Yeah,
points.
well, did you kill anything that
Yeah.
day? You killed 1 unit over there.
Yeah, and I've held 1, 2 objectives.
So that's 3 victory points for you. So
Yeah.
that puts you on a total of 11 and me on a total of 14.
So it's close. There's about 3 points in it. So no, it's going alright. Hopefully I can pew him down in Overwatch next turn, but we'll see.
Well, he can't charge next turn because he's swooping.
True that. So
Alrighty, that's the end of Khorne Daemonkin's turn 4. We had, for movement phase, I just vector striked my Bloodthirster over the Riptide, did nothing. And then I moved these Bloodletters forward in an attempt to contest that objective. Then shooting phase, the Cryptus fired his guns into the drone unit, but they all passed their saves. He fired his Lash of Khorne into the Yavara, did nothing. Then we had assault phase. The Bloodletters over here rolled a 3 for their charge range and failed to get in with that Yavara. I really wanted to tie that guy up because he's got Haywire and he's going to shoot at that and kill it. So I wanted to tie him up, but I fucked up. But at least I'm holding that objective because I'm objective secured, he's not. That's me. And then over here, the Berserkers finished off the Storm Surge, and then they did their consolidation move over here. But they're about to get opened up on by all that shit. So we'll see what happens in his turn. But that gives me 1 victory point for the Storm Surge, 1 for holding that objective, so that's 2 victory points, 3 because I'm holding 1 underneath that guy there, and then 4 because I'm holding this one. So 4 victory points that turn. And yeah, we'll see what Sean can pull in Tower turn 4.
yo, it's turn 4.
End of Tower turn 4.
Yeah, that one. Killed some stuff. Killed a drop pod. Jumped on the objective. Sweep. Shot some demons there. Killed them, but not all of them. Jumped on the objective there. Commander jumped on the objective there. This guy's zooming, so we didn't bother shooting him yet. Nothing happened over here because he's just, oh no, they're gonna shoot me. So yeah, scored a few objective points. I think I'm behind by like what, a few.
Yeah, well, you're on what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're on 14.
So I'm behind by 4 because he's on 18.
Yeah.
So it's 4 points in it, but Dean's ability to grab objectives is fucked, basically. So
To put it gently.
So I'm basically going to run on everything and hopefully kill that because that'd be fun. It's fun, always fun to kill a Bloodthirster.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fucking for the greater good and all, hip hip and hooray.
Alrighty, so that's the end of fuck off, cunt. That's the end of Khorne Daemonkin turn 5. So we've got the Berserkers did sweet fuck all because it's turn 5 and they're so far away from the action they're never going to make it. So I figured why bother. Then we got Blood Tithe summoned in a unit of Bloodletters over here so that I'm on that objective. The Bloodthirster entered gliding mode and jumps down so that he's now contesting that objective. And then these Bloodletters jumped back onto this one. So, and then the only shooting I did was the Charybdis fired a couple of his missile launchers into there and killed a single drone.
Yeah!
And the Bloodthirster used his Lash of Khorne and did nothing. So we got 1, 2, 3 victory points, and no kills. So that's the end of Khorne Daemonkin turn 5. We're going to jump into Tower turn 5, and then we will see if the game ends. So yeah, jumping into Tower turn 5.
Hi everyone, how you doing? Glad you could join us again. Well, it's the end of the turn 5 to be precise. Killed some dudes on the objective there, and now I have that objective. Shot everything at that Bloodthirster, and now it's down to 1 wound, so good luck charging that without dying. And then everyone just kind of shuffled onto objectives. I managed to get 4 points in that turn, which basically puts the scores to 19-21. So there's 2 point difference there. So it's pretty close. But basically where we're at now is that we're going to do the roll-off to see what happens. And, if the game goes on, I can win it. And if it doesn't, well, Dean wins. So, to the dice roll.
Alright, here's the moment of truth. 5, so you get another turn.
Yeah. Woo!
Alright, so let's jump into turn 6, Khorne Daemonkin.
Go.
Alrighty, so that's the end of Khorne Daemonkin turn 6, sorry. I didn't have a great deal of options. I had my Bloodthirster over here, so I thought I'd take a risk. I didn't want to charge that Riptide, because then I'd get overwatched by all of that shit. So instead I charged this Riptide over here, but because he's got a flame weapon that's a strength 6 AP2, he got his D3 flame hits, and he happened to roll a fucking 5, so we got 3 hits, and that managed to wound and kill me. So that Bloodthirster's gone. And nothing else of mine was within any range or any ability to do anything. So I scored another 2 victory points this turn. But we're not even going to bother doing Tau turn 6, because he's going to, even if he doesn't move, doesn't shoot, doesn't do anything, he's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 1 for the Bloodthirster, so 5 more victory points, which is enough to win the game. So even if he doesn't move and doesn't do anything, he wins. And I mean, even if we got another turn after this, he's still holding 4 objectives. I'm only holding 2. So he's just gonna increase his gap, and he's just gonna win even more. Highlights, Sean?
Winning.
Fuckhead. Nah, legit. What's your highlight? What was your favourite thing that went down?
As always, the Yavara suit is,
which is homeboy over here.
Is the Mac Daddy. I think every game I've used him in, with the exception of like one where he got killed turn 1, he does so much damage. Like that AP2 flamer is just insane.
Yeah, I think the advantage of this model, and I don't know whether anyone's actually fielded it before or seen it, but it's got haywire gun, so it's really good at anti-tank, but it's also got a torrent AP2 strength 6 flamer. So it's really, really good at both.
Which fires twice essentially.
Yeah, it's got 2 shots, so really, really good. And it's also really fucking fast. Like, he can thrust move the fuck out of here.
It can move like a flying monstrous creature.
Yeah, every second turn it can move as if it's a flying monstrous creature. So he's really fast, really strong, really powerful, and he's got 2+ armor, so he's really hard to kill. A very, very good unit. Highlights for me? Fuck, I don't know. I got really excited when he fucked up that Deep Strike, just because, suck eggs. But yeah, no, the Fist of Khorne did really, really well. Because I was quite lucky that he sort of cornered himself over here. So then when the Fist of Khorne jumped in and I multi-charged, I killed a shitload more than him, so he had a few units fall back. But since he was so close to the edge, they just fell back off the edge and were wiped out. So that Fist of Khorne, which is 600 odd points for the whole unit.
Just a few.
But it killed quite a bit. It killed the Storm Surge. It killed a couple of a unit of broadsides and ethereal. Fire warriors. Quite a bit.
And then the shooting from the Charybdis itself.
And then the Charybdis didn't do a great deal with its shooting, but it was enough. But yeah, this was the first game that I've played in a very long time that had no Flesh Hounds, no Bloodthirsters, no Mauler Fiends, no,
cheese.
No cheese. It was just I didn't have any of the classic power units that Khorne Daemonkin can take. I wanted to see whether you can play competitively using Berserkers and stuff like that. Which, if you use the Fist of Khorne and a few other bits and pieces, it can work. I didn't win, but it was a close game, and it was a very fun game.
Was.
And thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments or if there's anything you guys would like to see in future battle reports, let us know, and we'll do our best to get that shit done for you. As soon as the Tau Codex comes out, I'm sure this guy's going to have a blast building new formations and all the extra shenanigans that they're going to be able to bring to the table. But yeah, so we're working on a trilogy of battle reports, which is going to be more of a cinematic sort of style instead of just a turn-based summary style. We're going to do it a bit more.
You should vote to see if we should hire voice actors, because Dean's voice is so annoying.
My voice is sexy as fuck, man. My laugh's not so sexy, but fuck it. And alright, thanks for watching.